Hello, my name is Lukman, and today I will be discussing a recent paper published on Cohere. The title is IrokoBench, a new benchmark for African languages in the age of large language models. So I selected this paper because it's actually something I'm curious about, I've researched on, and also because I know one of the authors, Dr. Shamsuddin Hassan Muhammad, who happens to be the co-founder of Arewa Data Science and my mentor. So the paper introduces IrokoBench, and it's a benchmark specifically designed to evaluate the performance of large language models on African languages across three tasks: natural language inference, mathematical reasoning, and multi-choice knowledge-based question answering. The study highlighted the substantial performance gap between high-resource languages like English and low-resource African languages, shedding light on the challenges faced in developing equitable AI for underrepresented communities. And also, the core contribution of this paper is the development of IrokoBench, which is a human translated benchmark for 16 low-resource African languages covering diverse linguistic families. The data set is evaluated using both open and proprietary LLMs, and it revealed a significant performance gap. The best performing open source LLM was Aya 101, and I'm proud to say that I contributed Hausa to Aya, like I contributed my language to Aya, but it was so disappointing to see that it paled in comparison to the proprietary models. The paper emphasized the need for focused development of models that better accommodate African languages, especially those with limited digital resources, which is a lot. And then the core purpose of the video is to suggest directions for future work. And then I'm happy to say that seeing that benchmark is highly encouraging, but there's a lot more that can be done. The first thing I think is incorporating more languages. We can include more languages and include more families. So the 16 African languages were covered, but they were mainly from the Niger, Congo, and Afro-Asiatic language families. And future iterations of the benchmark can include other languages from the Nilo-Saharan and Khoisan families. And it will require collaboration with linguists, but collaboration was done within. So I think it's something possible. And then another way to expand it is to address domain-specific challenges. So the current tasks are relatively generic. So when we say multi-choice question answering, mathematical reasoning, they are relatively generic. So we can expand the benchmark to include more domain-specific. For instance, we have we have specialized legal or medical language terms. So medical language understanding, legal terms, we have those in the native languages. So if we can incorporate that, it will be it will be a more comprehensive evaluation of the real world applicability. And then we can also improve model training using the native language data, like train it on the languages that capture the nuance in the native language. For instance, as someone that speaks multiple languages, I know that the way I think in Hausa is different from the way I think in Arabic, and different from the way I think in English. It's not easy to translate things exactly the way it is. So there are things that are lost in translation. So we can have translation artifacts, and this is something that we can reduce and improve the performance of the models. So I would like to conclude by saying IrokoBench is an important milestone because it improves the inclusivity of AI across African languages. And if we can extend the benchmark's language coverage, incorporate more challenging tasks, address any data quality issues, we can build future research that can improve the equitable and culturally aware nature of AI systems. Thank you for watching, and I hope my suggestions were insightful. Thank you.